Welcome to the Uncultured podcast. Welcome to the Uncultured Rules podcast. It's your boy 17.
It's your man HM Hersham Bawu. What up? What up?
And it's your man G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And welcome to episode 63.
6'3".
Shoot.
6 tray.
Rolling in my 6'3".
Rolling 6'3".
Slow down, cherry, stop, and let
Um,
me ride.
Y'all
Hell
done?
yeah.
Sorry, man. This
I know.
is part
I'm
of us.
just
You know
trying
what I'm saying?
to.
Certain words.
I didn't interrupt.
Certain words trigger certain,
I get it. I didn't interrupt.
And you got,
I'm just waiting for y'all to be done.
and you got him with the Dr. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for everybody for joining us today. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all the other podcasting platforms. Guess I'll say that up front just in case we get interrupted.
Yes, sir.
One thing we forgot to mention last week, we forgot to tell y'all to go out and vote.
Vote. I went out and voted.
I went out and voted too.
I went out and voted, did you?
Yeah.
And in our state of Michigan, Big Gritch got reelected.
Big Gretch got to
Big
keep her
Gretch.
yays. keep her buffs.
She got the upgrader bus.
Yeah.
Now she got diamonds on the nose.
Now she got diamonds.
What is it? The right for abortion, women's health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was ingrained in the Michigan's Constitution.
Absolutely.
We're very happy about that. A couple of other proposals was passed and all that, but
Yeah.
not to get too much because I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. But they said a lot of young people turned out in this election cycle. A lot of Gen Z.
That's good.
I went and I saw a young dude in there voting. He was like, "Oh yeah, we got the first time voter."
That's good,
That's
man.
what's up.
Get excited about it, man. It matters.
It does.
If it didn't, they wouldn't be trying to stop you.
Okay. Well, see,
And that was one of the proposals, right?
Was it?
To protect some of the voting rights.
Oh, I think it probably was.
Yeah.
I know term limits was on there too. I voted for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 12 years. That's all you get.
Yeah. Ain't no lifetime gigs, B.
Right.
But
Move your feet, motherfucker.
that's probably gonna be one of the topics for either next week or whenever. There's a topic for another episode. But speaking on that, we I know y'all saw on the news that word came down. A federal court in Texas, they block Biden's student loan agenda.
Yeah.
That affects me personally.
Now, why
Me as
in the
well.
hell would y'all do that?
'Cause
Why
they-
in the hell would y'all do that?
Haters, man.
So we got a clip came from
You need to get that out your blood. Dog.
WBZ News, CBS Boston, talking about the student loans limbo, and the clip speaks for itself. So it's just gonna let it speak, gonna let it ride.
The administration is promising to fight back against this latest legal setback for its student loan borrowers. Federal judge in Texas has blocked that student loan forgiveness plan.
So now millions of college graduates' academic debt is in limbo. WBZ's Brandon Truitt learned how borrowers are grappling with the court's decision.
This lawsuit was filed by a conservative group representing two student borrowers, each claiming they were unfairly excluded from being eligible for relief under the president's plan.
How long it's going to remain paused, what happens if it's paused kind of indefinitely through the end of the year.
Questions are swirling for 29-year-old AJ Hernandez. The Boston College alum graduated in 2015 and has been paying his private and federal loans ever since.
Yeah, I was just really surprised to find that they were just not accepting applications at all anymore.
Hernandez says he went to apply for his loan forgiveness Friday, but was greeted with this screen, the federal government's website saying applications were closed.
And the fact that it's paused right now, and I don't really know when that's going to be taken off of pause makes me a little bit anxious.
Borrowers could be eligible for up to $10,000 in federal loan forgiveness or $20,000 if they receive Pell Grants. Applicants have to make less than $120,000 a year to be eligible. The Department of Education says about 38 million Americans are eligible for loan forgiveness. 26 million have already applied. And as of this week, 16 million had been approved, but no refunds have been released.
For those who have submitted applications, the Education Department is saying that they will hold those applications as they continue the appeal process.
Adam Minsky is a student loan attorney. He says this case will likely end up in the Supreme Court, leaving borrowers like Hernandez saying he feels part of a generation stuck in a never-ending cycle, paying the price for pursuing higher education.
I would have so much more money to invest in my future financially if I wasn't making these huge payments every month on my loans.
And all of this comes as the so-called pandemic pause on student loan interest rates is going to be lifted in January. There have been calls for the White House to extend that period even further in light of this judge's ruling.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. When they dropped that, hey, come on, fill the application, I was on it.
Yeah.
This guy in the
I did it shortly after.
I think as a matter of fact, I did it October 16th.
The day it came out.
That was when we were in Florida.
Yeah.
I did it then.
So what are they saying? The people who didn't do it is paused now?
The people who didn't file for it, they can't. They locked out. They can't even apply for it now.
Indefinitely or what?
Well, they struck it down.
Oh.
So the Biden administration has to appeal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how their chances look, depending on, conservative judges or whatnot.
If it goes to the Supreme Court, they're going to chop that shit down.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That's the problem. And depending on what goes on in the Senate and what goes on in the House, whether Democrats hold on or whatever and whatnot, if they can get rid of the filibuster in the Senate, the Democrats have a chance to pass the bill without needing 60 votes.
Right.
If they can get the right numbers. And this is what I try to tell people. I know people don't want to get political and all that, but for something like this, like, they don't have to have. You ever notice how easy it is for them to forgive bank loans and bank debt and all of that
PPP
shit?
loans.
You know what I'm saying? You see how easy it is? See how that shit just go through smooth sailing. But when it comes to helping people, boy, just think about it. And again, people don't want to talk about politics and all of that. And that's actually one of my questions on here, but I'm going to get to that later. Like, you got a group of people that's fighting against something that's going to help other people. Just because you think student loan forgiveness is unfair, okay, nigga, then don't apply for it. Why are you stopping me? If you don't want it, don't apply. It's that simple.
But for somebody to even sit there and say that, oh, it's unfair. It's unfair how the motherfuckers getting taxed out their ass for trying to get a higher education. How do you promote it for people to have a higher education? Because you say, hey, it's good for the economy. People
Pretty
go
much.
and get their education and graduate from school.
If you come from a certain class,
Like,
you don't deserve to have a higher
That's it.
education. Or you gonna go in a hole.
But it's a small amount of them over a lot of people who need this education to change their life.
Right.
Yeah.
But they can't change their life because they hold so much towards the education.
Well, that's the part of the design in the system is to keep you down. It's the illusion of progression.
Right.
We're going to make it look like you're progressing, but in all reality,
You
the ball and
starting-
chain
you
is still
starting in the
attached to
hole.
you.
Yeah.
You're starting in the hole.
In order to get ahead, you have to go deeper in the hole.
It's like when you first start a job, you working them 2 weeks in the hole.
Yeah.
Except this debt lasts way longer than 2 weeks, nigga.
Right.
This is a lifetime.
Hey, you can't even wipe that shit off with a bankruptcy.
Yeah, you can't clear that shit in no way.
And that's what makes the shit to me so outrageous. Like, I was one of those people who you say you applied to.
Mm-hmm.
So I applied, you applied. I went and checked it today. And obviously it says on the website, they're not taking applications right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see, maybe I got to go do some more research, but I didn't see any like status updates on what's going on. Like, are they going to approve what I got going on or whatnot? Right. So I'm still waiting to hear back. I check my emails. I've been, I'm like, hey, I need to know. And this isn't.
I don't see it. I'm pessimistic on that one. If they shut it down for everybody else, they ain't going to approve the people who got in. I don't think so.
Well, America don't help niggas.
They seem like they don't want to help
the less fortunate. We don't do that.
What? This is America.
No, we only help the wealthy people.
Come on now.
Are you serious?
You're barely even middle class. Come on now. Come on. It's only
Let you catch up to us? Hell no.
It's only middle to middle class. You got to be in the middle of the middle class. You can't be lower middle class or below. Come on now. Where do you think you live? It's the richest country in the world, nigga. Come on now.
Get it how you live.
That's right. You're going to struggle.
You will struggle.
You will struggle until you die. And your offspring will do the same thing you did. The only way you get ahead is if you hit the lottery, which is also rigged.
Right.
Yeah, y'all saw that.
I know. I ain't want to talk about it.
They had that goddamn pause.
Dog, do you know how mad I
It
was?
took like 2 days for them to read the
What's up with
results.
that pause there?
That I think
It's
what
probably vetting who won. Like
that's why I say I think somebody in the hood won for real. That's what I think.
Whoa, not little poo poo. He
we,
can't have it.
we can't give him all this money.
Wait a minute. You mean tell me it's somebody in Detroit, somebody in Memphis,
Hell
and
no.
Chicago? Oh hell no! You know them niggas. They're all niggas.
Hell, Day Ronnie and them cannot get this money.
It'd be different if it came out of Birmingham or some shit.
Let's redirect these numbers.
Oh, let's just send them to California.
Mookie. No.
Oh my God.
We're gonna give it to Sarah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. With a lottery that high, I know we supposed to be talking about student
That was
loans.
the biggest one in history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.4 million would have ended billion. I'm sorry, 2.4 billion.
Take home was
Gotta
like
put a B on
700 something million, right?
Take home was what?
Like 700 something million, I think.
700 million.
Yeah.
Damn, they
You know,
taxed the shit out of
They
that.
taxed the shit out of that.
If it's
Lottery
2.4,
winners,
you ain't even a billionaire.
you get less than half.
It's cool. It's cool. It's
Jesus
cool.
Christ.
It's cool. Take it so I don't gotta worry about you.
Hey, no, look, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
Because if
I
it
ain't
would have
gotta
been
worry
me
about you.
and you basically raped me for $2 billion and you only leave me with a couple $100 million, I'll be just fine.
Still ain't gonna complain. Right?
Really, I hit it for 2.4 billion, but I only walked away with like 600 million.
Nah, but I'm gonna work to try to make it, turn it into $2 billion.
No, they definitely gonna rape you.
I ain't gonna hold you up.
You ain't doing shit with it.
I ain't doing shit. 600 million.
You just gonna enjoy it.
I'm done. I'm not. I'm gonna make the necessary moves to make sure the generational wealth is put in place to where the kids won't
But
be able to blow the
thing
fortune.
about having that much money is very easy to multiply it. So it's not really that much work.
Granted.
So you could probably easily turn it into $1 billion.
Okay. Well, when you put it that way, if you want to talk about compound interest and things like that, fine, sure. But if you're talking about me actually getting off my ass and doing something, not happening.
Hell no.
It's not happening. Okay?
That shit is over.
You people can call me whatever the fuck you want. If I have that much money, I'm not lifting a finger to do nothing. I'm not even washing my own ass. Somebody's washing my ass for me.
Oh, I wash my own ass. I don't trust that.
No, I didn't say I was gonna be dirty. I'm saying I'm gonna pay somebody, preferably a female, obviously.
The royal penis is
Not a
clean,
dude.
Your Highness.
There you go. There you go.
Shout out to Ludacris.
My wife wouldn't be too happy about that, but she would understand. She would understand.
What was that? What was that? Ludacris. What album was that?
Chicken and no, that
That was
Chicken
his
and Beer.
first one, wasn't it?
Nah.
Was it chicken and beer?
I thought it was Chicken and Beer. Could be wrong. It might have been
or word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
I think it was word of
word
mouth.
of mouth.
Might have been word of mouth.
No, it was. It was word of mouth.
King shit.
Shit.
Luda.
You mean come on now. With that much money,
I'm wiping my own ass.
Yeah,
I ain't say I'm paying somebody to wipe my ass.
I can't trust. I can't. That much money.
Y'all niggas taking it too far.
Look. That much money, I can't trust nobody.
I ain't saying somebody, okay, somebody gonna be wiping my ass. No. I'm just saying, at that point, I have that much money. I can hire a nice, attractive woman to, go ahead and scrub me,
I got one in house.
My wife ain't gonna do that shit. Oh, she's not gonna like this conversation.
She ain't gonna let the attractive woman wipe you down either.
She's not. She's gonna get the biggest, fattest, ugliest one she can find. And it's like, no, I don't approve of you doing it. You, Big Bertha, go on up there.
Get in there, Big Bertha.
Jesus Christ.
I think my girl would do it. We do that. We would do that for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different than the massage. It's just she sees me naked, completely.
I'm not gonna. You think your wife ain't gonna do the massage? She definitely ain't gonna let this other chick wash you up.
Oh no, I'm just talking
But
shit.
I can't trust nobody. I got too much money. You don't know who they sending.
No, I know. I'm just talking shit. But I'm just saying, with that kind of money,
You saying your working days are over in any form? That's what you said.
And you ain't what is Hershey even talking about? I don't understand this language.
I don't understand it either. It's blasphemy what he talking about.
I say work. I mean working. Just
I don't even know what you're talking about.
opening businesses and investing and shit.
That's gonna be
That's not
the
work.
only kind of work
That ain't
I'm gonna be
work
doing is signing. Okay, I'm signing contracts
Signing
and
shit.
shit. Okay,
That's pretty
No,
much all you got to do.
that's it. That's it.
That's
Just
but,
be.
but that's not work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be an
He
investor.
said he don't even want to do that. He said he don't want to do that.
I'm gonna be an investor. So all I'm gonna be doing is watching my money with my accountants. That's it.
That's it.
That's the work I'm talking about. Watching the money grow.
Okay.
That ain't no
Making
work.
sure you
'Cause
ain't losing
The
it.
mindset right now of a nigga who ain't got it. When I hear work, I think of my job.
Hell yeah. Me too. That's why when you was like, well, you ain't gonna work.
Right, that's me and Fly like, what? Work? The fuck?
What?
Y'all gonna have to really peel me off the floor because I ain't going nowhere. Nigga. I'm just stationary. Give me a nice big ass beanback chair. Give me a nice big 85-inch TV. I ain't gonna move from that spot. Just post it. Lazy man. That's right.
Grow to 400 pounds.
Hey. And guess what? I got the money to get a liposuction.
I'm just gonna,
Had a doctor come here.
matter of fact,
No, I ain't that lazy, nigga. Had a doctor come to my house and do the fucking procedure, nigga.
No,
What the fuck?
not the procedure in the house. Though. But I would have the doctor come to my house though, as like regular checkups.
Nah, I mean, I ain't gonna be that lazy. I go to the office because that mean they got the top notch technology in there.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to have to pay security all the time for me every time I gotta go. I'm gonna have to go out and I'm gonna have to pay security. We gonna have to get the cars ready and shit. Come to the house, doc.
Security.
Yes. I'm moving with security. Shit,
You ain't gonna have security?
I'm having security.
With 700 million?
I'm having security. Jeff Bezos got security. I want security too.
Even if you anonymous, it might be a leak at some point. You never know.
There's always gonna be
I
a
don't
leak.
trust.
It's always gonna be a leak. That's why I say if I ever hit the lottery, the only other person that's gonna know is my wife.
Yeah.
Like you niggas not even gonna know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I came up a little bit.
I will tell you once I'm in a secure location
Right.
that I know no one knows where I'm at this moment. And it's like, okay, now I can legitimately tell you. And it's going to be over a video call. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you the coordinates to this location and I want you to meet me here. And then you're going to think that's where we actually at until you see the niggas in the suits that put the bag over your head and put you in the van and take you to exactly where I'm at.
You ain't gotta put no bag over my head.
Right, damn.
Listen, man. Tell me where we meeting up at and wire me the money. You ain't got to
I'm
wire.
like, look,
Listen, you ain't got to wire.
Y'all my bros,
Listen, you
but
ain't
I
got
can't be too careful.
You ain't got
Bag over the head.
Listen,
God
man.
damn.
You ain't gotta wire it. If you give me any money, you ain't gotta wire it to my bank account. We can make it some offshore shit. I don't know, Panama, where it is.
Bahamas
you wanna
account.
send that shit. But that's how we can do it. That's how I'm gonna do it for y'all niggas.
Jesus
Go to Panama, nigga. Go to Panama. That's all I'm gonna
man.
say. I got your ticket. Go to Panama, nigga.
Go to
Jesus
Bahamas
Christ.
and open an account.
Oh man,
Oh, the count is there.
Oh.
Just show your ID.
I don't think it'd be that bad. I don't think I would actually.
I'm having security though.
No.
I'm gonna have two.
I guess-
and then I'm gonna have some Nation of Islam brothers in bow ties.
Fruit of Islam.
Yep. Yep.
They handle business.
Them brothers handle business.
Farrakhan can send me the invoice.
Yeah, I'll be a good patron to their calls and make sure I make some solid donations to.
Right.
I picked them because them brothers don't play.
They don't play at all.
Discipline.
Them brothers is disciplined for real. They do not fuck around. Anyhow, we got very far away from student loans. You know, I was talking about the lottery, and then that shit just spiraled.
It's what happened when you work a regular job.
That's right. That's right. Nigga dream of hitting the lottery.
They're right.
Hate to have them dreams, and I wake up and I'm broke.
I had one. I woke up mad as hell.
I know you did because I've had like 50 of them.
And every day at the job, I came back to work. Everybody was like, "Well, we still here."
Like, shut the fuck up. I know I'm here.
No, they say we still here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh man, we still here.
You niggas gonna be here.
I'm gonna get out of here one way or another.
I'm getting out the
I'm gonna die trying.
You better call me 50
Get
Cent.
out and die trying.
I'm 50 Cent.
You niggas gonna be here. I'm getting the fuck on though.
Whether it be lottery or something else, but I'm getting out of this motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely. I agree, man. So look, man, we had a nice little fun ride on this pretending to hit the lottery.
Yeah.
This is fun. But back to reality.
Back to the debt. The opposite way.
Back to reality.
Look, man.
You want it.
To address the student loan limbo, man, you know, I know we got off track. But in our reality, let's just call a spade a spade. It's conservatives, it's Republicans that don't want you to get your debt forgiven. Let's just call it what it is. You can't blame Democrats for this one. Sorry. You can blame Democrats for 1,000 other things. You cannot blame them for this. They actually are trying to help the people. And you got conservative brothers standing in the way. And that's just what it is. I will never, for the life of me, understand how miserable of a person
Even
do
if I
you
paid
have
my
to
shit
be?
off, I'll still be like, good
How
for them.
miserable
Right.
do you have to be to say, I don't want them to help you?
Their argument is, oh, this is going to mess the economy up even worse.
How?
Inflation is going to go
How?
through the roof.
How?
You know, home
When I have
prices
more
are
money
gonna
to
go
spend,
up.
that's more money in the economy.
Hold on.
They gonna
Nigga,
say
I can't pay you back. That's fucking up the economy too, nigga. I can't pay you back.
They gonna say
I'ma
home
pay you
home
back.
prices gonna go through the roof, inflation gonna go through the roof.
They
Nigga, we
always
about
say
to be
that.
poor, nigga. I
Everything.
can't pay you back. I can't even get the degree that I got can't even give me a job because there ain't no job.
And let Hirsch tell it. He already forgave his student loans.
I just
I
need you
forgave them.
motherfuckers to do it.
I forgave them bitches a long time ago. I forgave
I
myself.
forgave myself.
He was young, brother. You good.
Put on some,
My conscience is clean.
put on some T.I. I forgave myself.
No, I just don't understand that. If that ain't the definition of a hater, I don't know what is.
Right.
Like, how you gonna be mad because the government want to help me? What?
That's the first time they want to help anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? And I kept
First real help.
I kept seeing, you know, when these news articles will pop up, and then you see the conservative side. Biden's only doing this because he needs the votes. He needs the votes. Well, what the fuck you think a politician is supposed to do?
Right.
A politician is supposed to pander to you, you dumbass. That's what they supposed to do.
That's why they get elected.
That's how you get elected. Hey, I'm gonna do this for you.
When
If you
elect
vote for
put
me,
in office,
this is what I'm going
this
to
is what I'm
do.
gonna do.
It's a
That's
trade-off.
politics.
But at least he's giving me something that I'm going to see happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All he got to do is push the button and it's going to happen.
That's
leave
what I'm
it to
saying.
Republicans. They say, "Oh, we're gonna cut the tax on the rich, and it'll trickle down." We've been waiting for that shit to trickle down.
It's been 50 years. I ain't felt not a trickle yet.
Trickle down yet? What the fuck?
I ain't felt a slither of a trickle, dog.
Look, when they say
Anybody feel any trickle? You feel a trickle?
when they say trickle,
I don't feel no condensation or nothing. Where's the trickle at?
when they say trickle down, that is code for let it piss on you.
Right.
Just let
Trickle down piss.
Hey man, don't piss on me and tell me it's rain. I better not be like, this ain't no damn rain.
Trickle down economics.
You know, and that's the biggest farce in history. Like they've disproven trickle down economics for plenty of times. They've disproven this bullshit plenty of times.
If you're gonna run a trick and it keep working,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't understand how it works.
Because
why do people
these
vote
idiots
against their self-interest?
I'll tell you why. And you want me to tell you why? I know we don't talk about politics much on this show, and we do that for a reason because we at the point where we still trying to build an audience. But I'm gonna be just full disclosure.
And people don't really. I mean, people talk about politics, but that's one of the rules that people don't do. They don't talk about that or religion.
Yeah,
we see this is gonna be okay. I'm gonna move on to the next one. We address the student loan things. This because you kind of just alluded to it. So my question was, how do we talk about politics in our community?
How do we talk about it?
Yes.
I think it's only talked about during voting season. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's really in the forefront, of our everyday, you know what I'm saying, life and shit. We really don't dig into it and research these politicians and what they doing until it's election time.
Okay.
Right.
What say you?
I say the same thing, but it's a reason why we do that because we've been feeling like, oh man, these motherfuckers ain't doing shit for us anyway, so we don't. But see, that's
so much too.
That's a detriment to us.
Yeah.
If we can come together and say we together say this person here is for our interests, then we can shift some things and we can be a force with politics is concerned.
Yeah, well, I think if we really start doing that and digging in and seeing what politicians have to offer, and say we ain't just straight Democrat, you know what I'm saying? If a Republican is doing something that's in my interest, I'm gonna vote for that Republican. You know what I'm saying? That will really kind of balance the scales. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the problem is if a Republican is doing something in your interest, that's going to dim his base.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has races. Not
all
all Republicans are racist
at this point.
Right. Not all Republicans are racist. Let me say that for context, because I know a few of them. They're just straight Republican because that's just the direction that they lean. They're conservative.
Yeah.
But that they're not racist. They just like, look, all that race bullshit is bullshit. Black people should be treated equally. I've heard Republicans say this. It's like, we just disagree on policy.
Right.
And that's why I try to tell people when I ask the question about how do we talk about it. My perspective. You had something to say?
I was about to say the thing about Republicans don't even try to appeal to us because they like, you know what I'm saying, we ain't never gonna get a chance with them because Democrats got them locked up so bad. You know what I'm saying? So
they don't attempt it, they don't try. But my thing is, we don't talk about politics much because they say that's taboo. Was it 3 things you're not supposed to talk about? You're not supposed to talk about politics, religion, and what was the third one? Or was
I thought those were the 2.
No, that was the 2.
Okay, so it was 2. So here's the thing. I say fuck all that shit. I talk about all of it. Yeah. I talk about politics on purpose because I'm here to let you know, even if I disagree with you politically.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to hate you.
Yeah.
I'm only going to hate you if you don't like my kind of people. If you're like, I don't fuck with niggas. And it's like, okay, now I don't like you.
They just people choose not to use those things because it causes arguments. But, I mean, it causes wars.
No, it does.
It caused wars before, so
no, it does.
Don't like talk about it, but in our community, we have to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, everything. See, a lot of people think. And here's my thing that I wanted to say on the show last week. I wanted to bring it up, but we never got around to it. But people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna vote." I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna voting don't solve shit. Voting don't do this. This is the shit that you hear in our community. You hear it. You hear people talk about, oh, well, why the fuck would I vote this, that, and the third? And my whole thing, like I always say, well, Uncle Sam's still getting his tax money out of you.
Yeah.
He's still taking his money.
Oh, yeah, he gonna get his.
He gonna get his money.
And he gonna do what he want to do with it. If you don't,
Exactly. Everything is political. Everything is political. Look around. Everything is political. Regulations are political. Republicans don't want regulations. They don't like regulations. Truth is, we need some regulations in this country.
or we ain't gonna last another 30 years.
I'm just saying.
The environment.
It's not even just the environment. They had to come up with child labor laws.
Right.
They had to legislate that because people's morality was in the toilet.
Yeah.
Fuck these kids. Let
If
them
you leave
niggas
it
work.
up to the corporations.
That's
they
my
gon-
whole point.
They gonna push it to the limit.
Don't get me wrong. You have instances where regulations go too far. I'm not, and because that's why I say I'm not completely 100% Democrat all the way. I'm not 100% Democrat all the way. I'm not. But people be going around, especially these libertarians. They be going around acting like it shouldn't be no regulations at all. People should have freedom. They whole mantra is just freedom, 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 freedom. People should have the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. And I'm like, I agree to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
We need freedom, but damn it, like
Got to be limits.
not. See, I wouldn't even put it in the spectrum like limit on the free. Well, I would say it like this: like we do need things to protect other people. So it's not like limiting freedom. Is we need protection on certain things, like you just said, child labor laws. Motherfucker, like we gotta protect the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially from these companies that we know will take advantage of the kids.
And that's see,
They take advantage of grown adults. What you think they gonna do to the kids?
this. I don't think people understand. Break down the word capitalism. Capitalism. The art of capitalizing on those less fortunate than you. Think about it. If I got the capital, if I got the money, if I'm the rich nigga, that's like we just talked about the lottery. If I hit the lottery and I'm the rich nigga in the room, I can pay you niggas to do virtually damn near anything. I'm just saying, not saying that you would, but a person's mindset is, well, I got the money. Money rules the world. Okay. If I want to pay you $100,000 to jump off your roof, nigga gonna jump off his roof. Maybe not you, but a nigga will. You know what I'm saying?
You'll find somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
My roof ain't that high.
Yeah, I could jump off your roof. I could jump off your roof. Yeah, I'll do that for. Yeah, I'll jump off your roof too. Like, oh, had the money ready, nigga. I might break my leg, but you know what? I'm be all right.
I can fix it. I get
It's tax free, right?
Right.
That's the main thing. Tax free. I need to be able to write this shit off. But I'm just saying, capitalism. People back in the 1800s, when all these industries and stuff was coming into play, there was no regulation because the federal government wasn't really whole yet at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of agencies didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the protections that we have in place today came from years.
Trial and error.
Trial and error, for one, true. And then getting certain people in the right key positions to be able to make this. I mean, when people look at Republicans like they are against the environment. Think about it. But it was a Republican that created the Environmental Protection Agency. Nixon signed that shit in the play.
Oh, okay.
It was done under Nixon.
Yeah.
A Republican. So,
One of the
One of the shadiest.
he was a horrible motherfucker. Nixon was terrible.
I saw something about his one of his Secret Service dudes.
Mm-hmm.
He was like,
Yeah. Nixon was not a good man. He wasn't. But going back to what how do black people talk about politics in the community? They generally, their mindset is, them motherfuckers don't care about me. Why the fuck should I vote? Why the fuck should I do this? Why the fuck should I do that?
nothing gonna change, basically.
You're right. They feel like nothing's gonna change. And then some of them hit you with the, well, I voted last time. then shit get done. Well, if you don't know how the structure of your government votes or works, you would understand that because they don't teach civics anymore. You would understand that just because you elect Biden as president, he has to have a Congress. He has to have the House and the Senate to pass bills.
You gotta understand just how they work, how they work individually.
If Republicans control the House and the Senate,
Biden can't get nothing done.
Well, you know, a lot of us still think that that the president runs everything.
He doesn't.
Like, yo, he's gonna change everything right now. Like, no, it don't work like that.
If that was the case, it'd be a
dictatorship. In America, we have something called checks and balances. Each, you know, for the people that know the three branches of government, because a lot of people don't. I'm saying the legislative, the judicial, and the executive, they all have checks on each other. They all can check each other.
United States is like almost, not entirely, but it's kind of like a corporation that's ran by a board. And then you got the CEO president, but then you got a board.
The board is the Congress.
I said that too.
And then what is the
judicial?
Yeah,
I don't know what is they, the HR. I don't know.
But no, what you said makes sense because I often think of that too. I'm like, when they call it the executive branch, they didn't know what to call it when the White House was built. They was calling it the executive mansion. Then they just got real racist with it. You're gonna call it the White House, even though it's built by black. You're gonna call it the White House. White House. All white. If it ain't white,
it ain't right.
Oh man!
Like man, they told the slave man, you gotta paint this bitch porcelain.
That's off white. Get a brighter color.
That look a little beige. Need to be whiter than that.
No melanin at all. No signs of melanin at all.
You know what the moon look like?
We want it whiter than the moon.
Whiter than the moon.
Matter of fact, it was gonna reflect off the moon.
Oh, we have to laugh at our pain. But no, I'm just, I don't want to spend too much more time on that. But just in general, you will understand. Okay, you know what I think personally what happened this year, I think even the young people, because, I think that's why young people turned out to vote. The abortion issue came up when the Supreme Court knocked down Roe.
They better got off of that.
That was something that affected people.
Yeah, that woke people up. Like,
it woke everybody up immediately.
Really? They could take that away?
Even women who were Republican realized, oh, this ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't it. Because now you fucking with me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is what Republicans stand for, because this adds that other element to it, that religion that we talked about. When if you even read the Bible, Jesus never spoke about abortion. Well, they say, well, Jesus, because here's the thing about evangelicals, the white ones. They always preach about what Jesus wouldn't do, but then they be showing white Jesus holding the fucking AR-15 and shit.
What? Really?
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought Jesus was a man of peace.
Peace, right?
Man,
why the fuck would Jesus have a gun?
First of all, man, y'all saw what y'all read about what Jesus did. He was cold, man. He ain't had no weapon, not even a slingshot. So what is y'all talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
What is y'all doing here? What are we doing here, man?
They try to pervert their religion.
I want to see this picture.
Oh no, it's there. They got shit. They got a lot of.
I gotta see this.
They got a lot of.
This is wild, dog.
I'm telling you.
How you going?
And the stuff that I be seeing, because like I say, I pay attention to politics 24/7. So when election day come, to me, that's my Super Bowl. Because I'm like, I've been watching this shit for 2 years. Yeah. It's finally time for me to vote. I'm going in there. I'm going to do my thing because I'm informed.
I'm still stuck on this white Jesus. This is the same one. This the blue eye with the logo.
Yeah, it's their Jesus.
So he got an AK.
So they got Kenny G with an AK-47
instead of a saxophone.
That's an off mic comment. That's just a behind the scenes joke. But no, seriously, they have perverted religion and turned it into a political cult. That's basically what they've done.
Yeah,
they
that's what I
perverted Jesus, but then it's like they don't even follow the teachings of Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
I think,
know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because people always use what's close to the people to persuade them to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So they always use
Manipulation.
Use it as manipulation.
You know, I'm gonna use religion because hey man, because God said you want this. I'm telling you, God is sitting up there saying,
I ain't saying
my
that.
name is Bennett and I ain't in it. And why is y'all lying on me?
Exactly.
Why is y'all lying on me like this? God didn't say nothing like
God
this.
is almighty, all powerful. He has no use for your earthly possessions.
Right.
He doesn't
You
care
don't need
about
an
what-
AK-47.
He doesn't need any of this.
Y'all down there painting my son with an AK-47 like he ain't my son. What is y'all doing down there?
And he the wrong color.
My son don't look like that.
I made him a different color.
He said, the kid is not my son.
You saying too much. You saying too much. You telling too much truth right there.
Billie
They don't
Jean is
wanna hear
not
that.
my lover.
Hirsch over here
She
telling too
think
much
I'm the
truth.
one, but the kid is not my son.
I think, okay, to wrap this up, politicians, need to do a better job at coming to our communities year round, not just come election time. They also need to be more, they need to be more forthcoming and more transparent about their accomplishments. Because whether you believe it or not, they are actually getting some things done. Like we were talking about earlier off mic with that CHIPS Act that they passed. That's supposed to help with the chips, and that's going to help with the military and other, that has a lot of implications
Technology.
overall through the economy. So they are actually doing things. I think what people are looking for is they are like, what are you doing that's going to affect me on my day-to-day and what I can see right now?
Right.
You got to also remember that you have to vote more so about things that's going to affect your day-to-day. You got to make sure you vote for things locally on a smaller level, city level.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
state level.
And
Gotta
that's
dig in deeper.
because what's going to affect you right away is your city council, your mayor, your governor, like the local state, like Fly say.
Your trash ain't getting taken out as fast as you
That's
want.
local.
That you can fix that.
That's
quick.
not federal.
Talking to your voting for your people, or even sending letters or talking to them.
Exactly. And if they not holding town halls, then hey, everybody get together and I don't mean storm the Capitol, but I mean
not do that.
Get together and make your presence
Make your
known
voice heard.
peacefully.
It was a
hey,
certain type of crew of people who took that literally here in Michigan. They thought they was gonna see Big Gretch.
Yeah, no.
They doing a big stretch.
Yeah, they did get convicted.
Big
Looking for Big
Trying
Gretch,
to
got a
get
big
Big
stretch. That's the rapper on the show. So, but yeah, so I think and people should not be afraid to talk about politics openly. I mean, okay, if it's somebody that disagree with you, okay, we can disagree, but at the end of the day, we still Americans. Yeah. We still gotta look at me as your fellow countrymen. Whether we disagree, we gonna disagree on a lot of shit.
But you gotta have the conversations
But that's the thing,
fix it.
and that's the whole thing. People don't want to have the conversations because people get too emotional. Fly says this, talks about this all the time, and it's true. My whole thing is I go into the conversation with the mindset of 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna change my mind.
Yeah, right.
But I still want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Because I want to understand why you think that way.
Right.
9 times out of 10, you might not change my mind.
Yeah.
But you might open my eyes to see, I understand why they see it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And this might work for your interest.
Right.
But our interests just don't align. Because
Right.
that doesn't work for me.
Right.
And we're going to always have disagreements, and that's fine. Okay, my candidate kicked your ass this go round. Let's see if they get some shit done.
Mm-hmm.
If my candidate don't get it done,
right.
Let's see what your guy gonna do next time.
Right.
Your guy get in there and fuck some shit up. Oh no, we gotta get my people back up in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas fucked it up worse. My people got in there and didn't do shit, but your people went in there
Made
and
it
fucked
worse.
shit up. That was the thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all right. That was a good discussion, man. We just gonna
Move
we're
along.
gonna move on to the next topic, man. So The next thing I got wrote down is, are we in control? So I think that first clip is number one.
Okay. Who's in control?
Yeah.
All of our entertainers, see, we have the talent. They have the expertise. They attach themselves to our talent. They are the managers, the agents, and they are the accountants. And that's why our black artists loved fame and got fame, but died poor because somebody else got their money, sent their children to the finest schools, and are able to continue to rule while you pass on nothing to your children but the legacy of your fame and nothing else. But today, they've developed a new strategy. Let's make our Negroes rich. A new strategy. The old strategy was let them die broke. Or they take you, you know, when you first start singing, you're in what they call the chitlin circuit. Y'all know about that? And then as you get famous in the chitlin circuit, they finally put you in a supper club and you cross over and you get new management, you know, and then they take you to after parties and you meet a beautiful white girl. Did I say something wrong? And the next thing you know, you've ditched your black wife and have you a white one. And when you die, like poor Gary Coleman, here's a woman pulled the plug the first day. Don't stay, you might come back out. This nigga's worth more to me dead. Pull the plug.
Shit. Jesus Christ. Just raw and unfiltered. Well, I'm going to say this.
You stay tight, girl. He get it on. Leave your ass for a white girl.
Get down, man. Go ahead. Get down.
Get down.
Well, my wife has nothing to fear. You never have to worry about me leaving you for no white woman. So what do you guys think about that, man? What you think, Brother Fly, what the minister had to say? Trying to beat the algorithm.
He's saying a lot, man. He's saying a lot.
Yeah.
I'm zoom in on the part where he was saying about the new strategy, and it makes sense. They had to make a new strategy, in my opinion, because they start to see the influence that these artists began to cultivate. And it probably started happening more toward the 60s.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's really around the time, well, 50s and the 60s. He said something about the chitlin circuit. Yeah, when it's in the chitlin circuit, which is basically
the black
audience, basically. It's just like that still happens today. It's just like, you know, once it pop off here, then you know it's gonna pop off over here on the other side when it crosses over.
Right.
Back in those days, you know, there was even, you know, white people peppered in there here and there, heard some of the music, they took it back home. That's how it spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, they changed it because the influence changed. You know what I mean? They start to see that, oh, even some of these white people is listening to this black artist, especially in the 60s, because that's when we start to standing up and having commentary, social commentary and things in our music. And so it's become, we gotta control them. It's more of we gotta control them now.
Yeah.
So they not gonna let you. They'll let you. They'll still let you go broke because they own the rights to everything.
Masters and publishing and all of that.
But they gonna let you. They gonna throw all the money at you so they can control you.
Yeah, so they can keep the ownership, which is the most important thing.
But not even just ownership. When they throw this part where he's talking about, well, we gonna make them rich. That's because they want to control you.
Yeah.
Like we gonna let you get to the money, let you think that you got the control because you got this money. Because we giving you all this money, but they, just like we just seen what happened with Ye.
Yeah.
We would take this money cut you off everything. You know what I mean? So it's still control. They still use control.
Yeah.
So he's saying like, I don't dispute it.
What say you, man? I mean, because I could go into a whole diatribe about, I mean, a lot of the stuff has just been proven right over time. I mean, obviously we kind of have to speak in code about some of this stuff, but the people of our community get it and understand. Those who control, basically, it's just that simple. And I'm not talking about any particular group or race of people. But in a form of capitalism, he who controls the money controls everything. Yeah. Facts. So if you control the money, you control the economy, you control the markets, you rule the roost. You're at the top. And the strategy about, people dying broke, and then let's give them a handler. That's like, okay, if we not taking the money, let's have somebody who don't look like them take the money. So let's not have that wealth spread in their communities. See what I'm saying? It's just another transfer of wealth. I seen somebody on my timeline this morning was telling people to burn their Nikes. She knows who she is. And telling black people to burn their Nikes. Mm-hmm. And, I commented on it, and I'm just like,
And what that's going to do?
Well, she was coming at it from a, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say radical, but more of a authoritative, more action-based form of protest.
Burning.
That's not going to do anything.
Well, because they've already got the money.
Yeah, especially if you already paid for them. Burning it.
I think where she was coming is more.
Well, we need something stronger than that.
I agree.
How about
boycotting this?
How about not buying the Nikes from their own out?
Well,
burning them is almost like Dolores Tucker and them back in the days. Remember that part in Straight Outta Compton?
NWA,
yeah, where they was like rolling over.
He's like, hey, they bought the motherfucker. They already bought the motherfucker. Exactly.
Well, that's what I was. What I commented.
You think I'm about to burn all these Jordans?
Right?
Don't ball you crazy.
Nah.
I commented back on it, I was basically just saying. That's why I try to get people to look at who owns these companies. They make a product, we make it popular, which means they making more money off of it because whether they know it or not, black people kind of, I won't say that we control culture.
We do.
Pretty much.
I was trying to be diplomatic about it. But what I'm saying is we glamorize shit. We make shit popular.
Yeah.
We make it pop.
Yeah.
And in turn, you profit off of it because people want to be like us.
That's why I think we need more.
Well, before you go into it, that's what I said about we are contributing to their generational wealth. Mm-hmm. You don't want to support black-owned businesses. What about the generational wealth for someone who look like you? Well, that's not going in my pocket. Okay, well, that's going into a individualist mindset as opposed to what's going on in the community.
That's our community. That's our community right now anyway.
Yep, that's the key. As long as we think like that as an individual.
Not about the collective.
We're never going to be able to push the needle.
And that's what I try to get them to understand. Not to take it back to politics, But I laugh when I see the right-wing people. Oh, the liberal media, the liberal lamestream media, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, who owns these media companies? These people are Republicans who own these companies. They want all the tax breaks. And like I say, I'm not trying to get too far away from it, but I watched the media during the election cycle. And all they kept saying is, oh, the Republicans going to do this, Republicans going to do that. I mean, they just demonizing the Democrats. No, Democrats ain't shit. Yada, 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 yada. Mm-hmm. Red wave, red wave, red wave. And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you try to propagate the people, no matter how much you send out your propaganda.
Was it that, or was they trying to fearmonger?
Well, I mean, they always fearmonger. I mean, both sides fearmonger.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, I know Democrats fearmonger. But some of it be true though, about taking people's votes away, taking people's right to vote.
Oh yeah,
Republicans they fight hard to try to get niggas not to vote.
They definitely try.
They come up with laws for that shit.
So that's not really fear mongering. That's just.
I mean, it is. It's just telling the truth.
It's telling the truth.
I'm talking about as far as the media concerned.
Yeah,
because they would.
Well, it's for ratings.
Yeah,
it's ratings, so they can sell for advertisement dollars, and don't get me wrong, the media loves election season because they like, oh yeah, these politicians gonna pay us for these ads.
Exactly. Right. That's what I was about to get ready to say. Yeah. They gonna fearmonger whoever pay. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. If the Democrat pays for the ad, they gonna.
I mean, they're gonna run it because they like, well, shit, we got our money, so we gonna run the ad. But I'm saying, when you look at the policies, the policy agendas. Mm-hmm. Okay, if Democrats get in power, all right, you got some corporate Dems. Don't get me wrong, you got corporate, but the Republican Party is corporate as fuck. They do shit. They pass tax breaks for the rich. I can't tell you the last time Democrats passed something for the rich. The rich might have benefited from it, but they don't specifically target, hey, let's pass something for the rich to get a tax break. They don't do that. And again, I'm not trying to get too far into politics, but I'm just saying, when I ask about who owns what, all these name brands. I mean, we talked about it last week. We talked about it plenty of times on the show. All these name brands that, black people make popular and all of that. They don't look like us who own it.
Yeah.
So our generational wealth is not generational at all.
Right.
We still back at square one. And then they want to point to the token black people who get rich. You look at your Ross, you look at your Jay, you had your Kanye, well, Ye now, and they stripped him of his shit. But then they said, well, what about all these athletes? Look at Kyrie, look at LeBron, and look at Jordan. Okay.
Just like dangling the carrot.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, you point to a
very, very small percentage of our population.
And then they
are on that level.
And then they athletes and entertainers though.
Yeah. Exactly. But when you look at the actual wealth gap, mm-hmm. When you look at the doctors and the dentists and shit for white people, and then you look at black people's jobs, and it's like, well, they're not really on that level. Yeah. Not saying there's not black dentists, not saying there's not black doctors. I'm saying there's more of them in these positions that pay more.
Yeah.
And there's less of us.
Yep. Percentage wise.
And so when you talk about the wealth being spread, who's really getting this wealth?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, we really need to start promoting more than just entertainment and you know what I'm saying, sports and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because they got us boxed in.
We need to.
Everything's connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but that's what they allow us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Entertain us, nigga.
Because well, not even just that, they allow us to do that. To be an entertainer, it doesn't take a college degree to do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a college degree to play basketball. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it takes a college degree to do anything else. Now, we just sat and talked about how they try to do people with this.
They go and get college degrees.
With this, how they doing everybody now with that the student
loan forgiveness.
Loans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, see, like it ain't no secret why a lot of people would want to go and be entertainers and athletes. When we, I'm not gonna be in debt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you will if you understand the music business.
Yeah.
Because in the music business, that student loan is gonna be basically your deal.
Yeah,
when you sign the
that you
deal.
got to pay off.
It's a loan too.
Get that advance. Yeah.
It's a loan.
So I think we need to start glorifying some of this other shit, like glorifying the black doctors and black accountants and black, you know what I'm saying, lawyers and shit like that. So we wouldn't have to go to them. The singer wouldn't have to go to them to get an accountant. They can just find somebody who look like them and give them an accountant.
But the part of the brainwashing is they make it look like, oh, well, they already make it look like your brother is your enemy. Do you trust another black person with your money?
Exactly.
They make you look at your brother like, do you trust them doing X, Y, and Z?
Right.
Do you
like
trust
we don't
them?
have the same, ability to do the same shit that they do, or even better.
Exactly.
So
I never forget, it was a brother I listened to all the time. And he said he was just so surprised when he took a trip to the motherland and went to Africa and looked around and seen there was a black pilot flying the plane. And he was praying for dear Jesus that he was going to land the plane. Like black people can't be pilots. And that's when he realized.
Brainwashed.
And that's when he realized, he said,
I've been brainwashed.
He knew he was brainwashed at that point. He's like, these Africans live here. They do this. This is their community. This is what they do. And here I am thinking that they don't know what the fuck they doing.
Right.
Because it's conditioning.
Yeah.
They've conditioned you to believe and to think that the black man is nothing more than an entertainer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
I wanna go back to what the minister was saying. Now, you said something about handlers.
Mm-hmm.
They had handlers back then too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they was put in certain positions to circumvent that money from the entertainer and give it back, coming back the other way. It's just like dang, I forgot that. I got a brain freeze right now. But it was an artist that he was one of the, and I can't remember his name right now. And I know people who know the history, they gonna be like, man, why are you not remember him? But he was one of the first ones to own, like one of the earliest black people to own they record companies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up having I don't know if he was his business partner or he was a manager or something like that. He was a white dude though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he died, when the artist ended up dying, when they ended up shooting, he got shot, right? Like the money, like he started having some type of control with the money and in the business. And see, that's why I'm saying he was probably one of them handlers that they put in there to circuit.
You talking about Sam Cooke?
Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah. Sam Cooke.
Oh yeah. I watched that documentary on there.
Yeah. Like that's one of them handlers they sing. We was they also another way they do it is they take the ownership of your name and your likeness.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that with
They saying his death was probably set up too because he was working on some big shit that would have put ownership in a lot of the artists.
Sam Cooke was doing it before his time.
Yeah, and they got him out of there.
So play clip number two.
I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this. A bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry's obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience. You have platforms. You have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult. And they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, and to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos, and it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it. You guys.
So he said a mouthful. He said a lot there, and
Who's this guy?
he was
A video director.
yeah,
He's a director.
yeah. They were saying he was a record exec, but according to what Fly was telling me off mic,
I mean, you heard him. He said a lot of them know him from directing the videos.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he brought up a bunch of things. One of the things,
I go by what the person in the video saying over the headline.
Yeah.
People who put it out, because
Yeah.
people put out all kind of headlines.
Right.
yeah, I think he touched on something that Cash was saying last week about about the government, breaking up families and with welfare and stuff. He mentioned that last week, and with him tying it together, what he said in his video about the government is using certain people to promote a culture of sex, drugs, and murder. And all of that. And to me, that makes sense, because that's no different from when they was pumping crack in the neighborhoods, when they was giving us that shit. You know what I'm saying? The government did that. The government's on record with doing that. And then, but again, the government is not an evil entity. It is about who's running the government. You got a bunch of fucked up people you got a bunch of fucked up people in the government, fucked up shit gonna be done in the government. It's that simple. It's neutral. So, but in regards to what a lot of other stuff he was saying, talking about changing the culture. I mean, we talked about some of that last week.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot.
But another thing he mentioned about, be the change. Make songs about what you want to see in the culture.
Right.
There's one problem with that. Shit ain't gonna sell. Because the minds and the masses have been programmed for death and destruction.
But let's go into High's program.
Okay.
I said it last week. One of the ways they do that is, what seems like it's selling is a specific type of music.
Mm-hmm.
This specific type of music get the most push. Now, if I'm a kid in a ghetto that loves hip hop music, and it's all different forms of hip hop, let's get that understood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this particular one seems to mirror the lifestyle I would want to have coming from me not having anything. Or even I could be a dope boy in the street and I want something different because I know this shit is not going to give me the right direction I want to go and I need an out.
Mm-hmm.
This is the direction I'm going to take because I want what's going to make the most money. See, these kids is going towards what they think is going to sell the most, which is going to equal them getting the most money.
Yep.
So they do it even though they not like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is how they keep continually get these kids to do this because the kid is going to say, I'm going to do what make the most money. They not going to want to rhyme like Common Sense because from what they seeing is it's not acquaint to them to have the money that they want.
Mm-hmm.
But what the kids don't understand is a lot of smoke and mirrors involved. And the smoke and mirrors could go from them making it seem like being independent you won't make as much money. That's a lie. You won't get as much spins. Well, they like get a lot of spins because some of them pay.
Mm-hmm.
They pay to play.
Shit, a lot of them do.
And it's funny because 6ix9ine is supposed to how people be buying spots on Billboard or
Playlists.
100.
They get on playlists. People
Yeah,
pay to
definitely
pay for
buy
a lot of
playlist
shit.
spots.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the playlists. Some of these Cole exposed how they got streaming farms where people be spiking up the streams. You pay for your streaming.
Yeah, with machines and
So it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Some of these artists, they not buying this jewelry. This shit rented. Some of this shit ain't real.
Yeah.
Some of the jewelry
shit
ain't. I mean, how many times we done called a rapper? They was saying that they watch is fake. They bought it from the jeweler, and the jeweler didn't even know it was fake.
Yeah.
How was that? You know what I mean? But all these is smoke and mirrors, and these kids thinking that is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one way how they get these kids to do this. These kids think that this is the life. No. And other artists that don't make that music, they make money. You're not gonna see them like that because they don't have that machine behind them.
Yeah.
And that machine, these corporations, is the ones who put the certain type of music forward more than others. Now they know they can push other music.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, but they choose this one.
So, what did you say in the beginning? You said, what was your first response?
A lot was said.
Right after, I forgot what you said. You said, like, you ain't got no faith in it because, because it's not going to sell.
It's not going to sell.
Okay. So, I think to combat that, like I think a lot of stuff can be solved if we move away from an individualistic mindset. If we all together say, we ain't rocking with that shit. We ain't gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for our people to hear. What the record execs gonna do? Are they gonna make a rap themselves?
Mm-mm.
So if we can all get on that mindset, we can change it overnight. The thing is anybody going to join that movement? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to put their individual
goals aside
for the collective?
No.
And that's probably not going to happen.
Because capitalism.
Yeah.
Money rules the roost.
Yeah.
And because, like we talked about
but
before.
The thing is, everybody could still make money.
Yeah.
If we could just get through that part, you know what I'm saying?
It's a combination of things. It's greed, it's the environment that people come from. And that's that they got it so jerry rigged.
Yeah.
Or nigga rigged. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's hard.
It's from all sides.
That's why my hit and miss last week was
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
Because if you
I think it's gonna happen one way or another though.
Yeah.
Because I think people starting to see a tide. Everything that's going on right now is becoming a tide.
Mm-hmm.
To me, in my opinion,
Yeah.
just looking at it, it's becoming a tide changer. The thing with takeoff thing, I think this hit a lot of people where like, okay, it's a lot of people thinking like, okay, some shit got to.
This shit, like, this shit is nonsense. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Gotta change.
Yeah.
Well, I always ask the question. I say, how many fucking songs do a nigga got to make about killing and fucking and drugs and all that? It's like, goddamn, that's all you niggas rap about?
Yeah.
Like, you niggas don't rap about shit. And I'm not picking on no particular rapper. I'm just talking about in our genre.
And I think one of the other things that's going to change it, which is going to be a while probably until we change it, and it goes with what you were just saying, is we change the environment. See, if you change the environment, that the rapper become abstract because it's like you rapping about that and that's not how it is. Then you ain't real. It ain't real. And hip hop
funny, right?
And that's what hip hop had been always about, was real, right? So if that ain't what's going on, what you talking about? Now the rapper got to switch topic. He got to talk about something else.
Yeah.
I think people are just so fucking brain dead that they don't know what else to talk about. I don't think people know how to make a song outside of that. Seriously. Like
shooting somebody else and
right. Like
fucking somebody else woman and
I'm gonna do some self-promotion.
Yeah.
Look, I put a song, not really a song, I just put a little verse on our YouTube page this week. I put that up there just for a little preview for my album coming out. 24 hours. I put a little verse up there on the YouTube page this week. If y'all want to go check it out, you can go check it out. I'm just like, and what I was rapping about was just like some real life shit.
Yeah.
That's it. I wasn't talking about killing nobody. Wasn't talking about, well, I mean, I did make a joke. I made a joke about fucking somebody, but it was a joke. And I made that clear in the song.
Right.
Yeah, well, verse, whatever. But the point I'm getting at is, for a person like me, and you old, you in your mid 30s, you pushing 40, nigga. You old. It's easy for me to make a song about anything outside of that.
Yeah.
I can make a song about us sitting here talking shit doing this podcast every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? It's easy when you can delve into those other realms outside of what's being presented to you.
Yeah.
And a lot of this just basically comes down from critical thinking. You're not being aware of the shit you're putting out there in the universe.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, he touched on a lot of points.
Yeah, he made a lot of good points.
He made a lot of sense. But the thing I don't want people to forget, a lot of black people have been saying this shit for decades. Mm-hmm. So, no one listened in. Yeah. Nobody's been listening. We've lost a lot of rappers. Like you just say, you think people will wake up because it's takeoff now, but it's like
not just rappers, just everyday people in the hood that's brainwashed off of that shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't like that nigga.
Yeah,
that's. And don't get me wrong, I am a hypocrite because I'm just as guilty.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't Will
I'm just
Smith.
as guilty.
I ain't Will Smith on the mic.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I'm just as fucking guilty.
So
I'll be the first to admit I'm a hypocrite. I'll tell you straight up.
I'm definitely open to what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Making a change, and, doing something.
Yeah, because they're gonna hear people listen.
Better,
people hear my album and be like, "Nigga, you said right."
Nah, I don't go as far as these motherfuckers today be going.
I don't
Not
either.
near. Not near.
Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is my album ain't innocent.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, my last thing I'm gonna say on it, man, is it was similar to my hit or miss from last week. You know, it's only gonna change if the collective change,
Yes,
but I don't see it happening.
It's only gonna change if we do it together.
The only way that's gonna happen,
Put a foot down. And
it has
say,
to be not cataclysmic, but just a generational shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has to be a generational. It's not gonna be us millennials.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be us.
I don't know. I think the generational shift is starting to happen because we got legends. They legends is dying.
Yeah.
So when they start getting older, and it's gonna be like, you see how we can see Jay and them doing 25th anniversary.
Yeah. Nas just put out King's Disease 3.
Yeah.
30 years of 30 years of music and shit. Yeah.
You know, he done had an Illmatic anniversary, 10th anniversary, 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
See, they not gonna be able to have that.
Right.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of the artists that they love they gone, man. They're gone already.
For the most part, we lost Big and Pac. Like they lost a lot. You know?
And that put a little dent in it.
Yeah.
It got back into regular scheduled programming a little while after that. See right now what we seeing is the cool off point of that.
Yeah.
See, when it first happened, it was like, oh, we gotta calm this shit down.
Yeah.
And then now it done got cooled off. They've been gone for 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like getting hot back again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I know people want to say, "Oh, it's real, it's real, it's real," but do you really want your entertainers to be that real? I don't.
They act like they do.
I don't.
But they put them on the pedestal, and when they do something wrong, they get pissed off. That's why I said the other week before this stuff with Kanye blew up even bigger, when he just had the white matters.
Yeah, white lives matter.
And I was like, man, if y'all gonna cancel this nigga, like not cancel them like they doing them now, but if y'all gotta stop being in love with these entertainers so hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying not be a fan, but y'all be so in love with people and put them on this high pedestal like they can't fuck up. And when they fuck up, y'all like, what the fuck? Why is he fucking up? He's a motherfucking human. He gonna fuck up. But it ain't his problem. It's your problem.
Yeah.
Because you putting them into this light like they can't do no wrong. Yes, they can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, it's entertainment. It's not real. And when y'all was talking about the jewelry earlier, I wear fake jewelry in a heartbeat. And the reason
check this out.
I don't even care about jewelry.
But I'm saying I'll wear fake jewelry just for the simple fact you niggas rob niggas.
Right.
So if you rob me, it ain't real. I'm just telling you straight up, here, you take this fake shit. I'm not about to die over this fake ass shit.
Check this out, man. Check this out, man. I got some real diamond shit. This shit right here, moissanite. Now, moissanite ain't CZs and ain't glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a step higher. And they might say, oh, that's fiction because it ain't real. I'm wearing it, motherfucker.
When you look at it, you can't tell.
Right. You can't tell. You know
you ain't got the motherfucking jeweler's eye looking at the shit.
You look at everybody's shit.
And yes, you can take your diamond tester and put it against this shit and it's going to register as a real shit. But still, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. No. That's why I like, and it's better for the environment. Because my brothers and sisters over there in them diamond mines ain't got to get their arms and shit cut off trying to get this shit.
Exactly.
Shit that y'all got would get robbed and killed over.
Yep.
Now we lose 2 black lives.
Exactly.
One in the diamond mine and one on the street.
That's why I say, look, I'll wear costume jewelry in a minute. I don't give a damn.
I don't give a fuck about no jewelry.
No, I'm just saying, because like we joked about off mic, you can't shame me. I ain't got nothing to prove at this point. Yeah. It's like, I'm not trying to impress nobody at this point. Like,
man, check this out. It's a lot of rappers that come out and say, yeah, when I first started, man, my shit was fake shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Niggas, rappers done said this shit.
Oh, no, I've heard.
Yeah, a lot of them said it.
But I'm saying it now, like, if you ever see me with something on, oh, it ain't going to be real.
And
I'm just saying that not because I can't afford it. This is because why?
And I don't understand why that ever became part of the rapper checklist, that you had to have a bunch of chains on your neck to be a rapper.
Well, they got it. Well,
that's something different. There's a history behind that. Because Mr. T explained that really, really well, and I didn't know Mr. T was that deep into the.
No, Mr. T.
Mr. T is deep as shit.
Yeah,
and I think people just look at him and think he's some dumb actor.
I pity the fool. That's
he's smart as shit.
So what's the reason behind it?
I can't really go into it right now because it's pretty lengthy.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, there's obviously has its roots in African culture.
Yeah.
So basically, essentially, it's basically just showing like, look, this is the sign of power from African kings back in the day. Like this is what we
jury.
This just damn, I really can't really get into it. Right. I got to go back because I can make an entire show about it.
Yeah.
It's not as complex as I'm making it seem.
And it's probably the same reason why Slick Rick
Yeah.
decided to do that also.
It's really a cultural thing, and I understand why they do it because it makes sense to me because that's where we come from. But to other people who's not affiliated with it.
But what's the connection with just rappers? Like you don't see nobody else but rappers.
Well, again,
I think it just continued on.
Yeah.
From then, but I think now at this point we got to smarten up and say, let me slow down on this and put this money other places where it can make some more money at. Now I'm not saying people who really buying it, stop buying it. I can't tell you what to do with your fucking money.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. I just wanted to know, when did that become a prerequisite to being a rapper?
Well, it's again, it's all cultural. A lot of things in our community are cultural, and you might see one person had done it back in the day, and somebody might have liked it and incorporated it with their style, and then it's just a domino effect.
It's just they used to it at this point.
Yeah,
but I'm saying now it's to the point if you don't got that, they're gonna look down on you, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because
you ain't got change.
Because they're idiots.
Because
what are you?
But for a long time, that's what the rapper looked like.
Yeah.
If they got something, the shit is shining like a motherfucker. Then they know.
That's ironic. I didn't wear none of my shit today.
Oh yeah.
I didn't wear none of my shit today. My African beads, but damn, my wedding ring. I forgot everything.
You out here naked.
Hey, that's because it's cold outside and I ain't know how to react. I'm like, oh shit, what do I put on? The hoodie, the jacket? I don't know what to put on. Shit, that snow fucked me up a little bit. But I'm gonna move on to our hit or miss because we got one more topic, but I know the time is getting in.
Yeah, and we don't know how this camera gonna act.
We've been lengthy today.
Yeah, it's lengthy as shit. Play the music, nigga.
Oh, I thought I didn't know you was done introducing it. Like you just stop talking. I'm like,
because it's a clip. Because the hit or miss is a clip, nigga.
You hit that. We ain't.
You ain't did it in a minute.
We ain't do it last week.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Usually you set it up, like you know what I'm saying.
No, he set it up.
I said hit or miss.
Stop.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
All right, since this brother Hirsch almost threw me completely off. This week's hit and miss is I can already tell what the brother's gonna say because I already know what I'm gonna say. This is gonna be one of the most predictable hit or misses we've had on the show. Is peace toxic? Hold on.
Oh, you don't want me to push it now.
the person who you about to hear is Ace Metaphor. So go ahead.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I've never heard a peaceful man say, to anybody, I need you to be my peace. Like a man that is bringing peace, a man that is focused, determined, a man that is healthy, a man that doesn't bring chaos in your life. He doesn't utter the words to any woman, I need you to be my peace. Like if anything, he might say, I need you to be peaceful yourself because I am peace. Peace brings peace. But I've found out that only chaotic men, only men that's prepared to disrespect and or cheat are men that haven't healed themselves. Only those men tend to say to women, I need you to be my peace, because in their life, it ain't nothing but storms. Listen, if you were my daughter, my auntie, my mother, my sister, I would never encourage you to be a man's peace. Why hasn't this man found peace outside of you? Why are you his only source of sunshine? That's too much of a burden for you to bear. But let me tell you something. When a toxic man says, I need you to be my peace, what it means most often is, I want you to tolerate my disrespect without saying nothing. I want you to not question me. I want you to do what I say without putting up a fight. I do not want you to be assertive. I want you to let me do my BS without complaining.
Well, damn.
Brother Fly.
You got all that out of Be My Peace? Well, damn.
He milked the shit out of that.
Now, don't get me wrong. He said so much more after that. I just had to cut him off. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Yeah. I can't, dog. Yeah. So is this a hit or miss for you, Brother Fly?
It's a miss.
Nigga had to look at the shit.
First, before I say why, I had to acknowledge that some of this shit we should be doing anyway in a relationship. You should already be coming in peaceful, and I shouldn't be out doing shit to where you know what I mean? I shouldn't be, because I want you to be peaceful, and then I go and do my shit like he said. So I shouldn't be doing that, and you should be peaceful. That's that. Now, the reason I said miss is because I know when a man says, I want you to be my peace, this is what we talking about. We want you to, you know what I mean? We already dealing with bullshit outside of home. You know what I mean? Yes, and we can have peace with ourselves and still ask our woman to bring us some peace. But that's all we asking. We not saying be our peace like, you're the only peace that I got. No, we saying, please don't
don't add to the bullshit.
Don't add to the bullshit and you know what I mean? Like, bring peace. Anybody in a relationship, in a real one, that's not out here being on some bullshit and they respect and appreciate their woman, they not about to be out there doing that shit anyways. So they gonna be, you know what I mean, appreciative of the peace that's brought to them. You know what I mean? If this woman is being peaceful. So all this other shit is bullshit. The dudes that do that, they only doing that because they done seen people say that before and they not misusing that. That's a lot of shit going on right now. People taking shit and misusing it, tangling it up, twisting it. And now you got this guy on here saying, only dudes who saying that is these niggas who be doing the fuck they want to do. Yeah, because they tangled that shit. And they use it. That's what a user does. They tangle shit and misuse it and make you think, oh yeah, I'm not doing nothing. I just need to be my peace. No. No. So that's my thought on it.
What's to you, Brother Hirsch? Is this a hit or miss for you? Are we going into Terry's corner or are we dealing with Hirsch?
I believe this is a hit. You know, this guy
nigga lying, dog.
This guy is absolutely correct.
This nigga lying.
These men out here are toxic.
No, don't listen to this shit.
These men out here are toxic, you know.
Don't listen to this nigga.
If you want peace, you're toxic.
I rebuke you, Terry's corner.
Notice he ain't hit the button.
I rebuke you.
Oops.
This nigga didn't hit the fucking... Oh my God, this nigga didn't hit the wrong button.
Hit the wrong button. See what Terry's corner done did?
See, yeah, exactly. This nigga fucking around so much.
I don't know how to stop it.
You don't know how to stop it? Are you fucking serious, dude? Are you shitting me?
Hey, man, you better not cut this shit out.
See, when I stopped it last time, that's what happened.
Are you shitting me? So this is just gonna play. Duh.
How long is this clip?
This shit was like 3 minutes.
Oh, hell no. We got to figure out how to stop that shit.
You gotta be shitting me, dude. Look, this shit don't never happen. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Jesus
Figured it out.
Christ. That's an omen for fuck Terry's corner, nigga.
Terry done fucked everything up with that bullshit he was talking.
Bring good old Hurst back, man.
All right, Hurst gonna say that's some bullshit. This nigga talking about what is he talking? I don't even understand what he's talking. How do you get that out of Be My Peace? You read all of that shit out of Be My Peace? Be My Peace.
Oh my god.
And you read out the nigga cheating and fucking hoes and he want to control you. And, you know, say he just mad because you talking back and like, because he said he want peace? What the fuck?
He milked the hell out of that shit, bro.
Man.
Bro, man. Like,
These niggas be reaching.
be easy,
I
bro.
mean, what's that,
Breathe, my nigga.
Fantastic Four?
That nigga stretch
The reach,
Armstrong.
man.
Dr. Richards reach, nigga.
The reach is real.
Mr. Fantastic out
I'm
here.
gonna start calling niggas who be reaching too much Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong,
Man.
for sure. Nah, man. Be like Fly said, he said a lot of what I was thinking. Don't necessarily mean you gotta make me peaceful or, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much don't add to the bullshit of my life. You know what I'm saying? If it's not necessary, you know? Ain't no I want to control you or I just want you to be cool with me fucking bitches and like, man, yeah. That's definitely a miss.
Obviously, it's a fucking miss.
Oh, hold up.
This nigga muted the shit. That motherfucker was still. This nigga done fucked up again. He muted the shit. That's what it was.
That's what it is?
I had to mute it. It was still
That motherfucker still playing right now.
That's what been playing since the first time you hit that button.
You know, he hit it again. That's the
Hey, I hit it again.
Oh, this is the worst hit or miss segment ever.
Sorry, this motherfucker threw me off. He threw me off.
Look, man.
Terry Corner, never to be bought back.
Keep that nigga in the corner, bro. Don't bring that nigga back out. Obviously, you know, these brothers said a lot. These brothers said a mouthful. Yeah, he's clearly reaching. And honestly, I think he's auditioning to be the next Derek Jackson. That's what I think of him personally. And I kind of hate follow this dude because I don't like nothing he says. Like, he's clearly pandering towards women. And don't get me wrong, some things he say make sense, you know, because men aren't perfect. We're not perfect.
At all.
You know, I'll be the first to tell you that. But at the end of the day, when I think about be my peace, I've said this to my wife. I'm not toxic. I asked my wife this morning. I'm sharing a little personal information. I asked my wife this morning. I said, "Do I stress you out? Am I, you know, basically, am I a problem for you?" And I'm like, "You can be honest. If it's some things I need to work on, you know, let me know." And she was just straight up, "No, I don't stress. I don't demand much of my wife. I've said be my peace. I'm not out here fucking nobody. I go to work. I come home.
Right.
I take care of my kids. I take care of my wife. If I say be my peace because, hey, look, I might have had a bad day at work. I've had a bad week. Really. When I come home, I'm not asking you to coddle me, but
I just want to decompress.
That's it.
You know.
Give me my space. Let me, if I want to chill.
And I would do the same for her.
And I always do that for her.
They deal with shit too.
I always do that for her.
Yeah.
And see, that's the part that's not even being said.
Because he's coming at it strictly from the angle of defending women.
Yeah.
And everything
and shedding the light on these specific type of men.
Yeah. Everything that I do or everything that my wife does, I reciprocate it back to her. That's what it is. It's a give and take. She gives, I gives. So she takes, I takes, or she gives, I take, I give, she take, whatever. It's not toxic to fucking ask for peace.
Right.
And that's what I don't like about people like
That
him.
just sounds stupid.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. And people just say anything on the internet.
And people call everything toxic.
Yeah, right. There's no
or gay or whatever.
I ain't even about to get into it.
See how
the point I'm getting at is just people get on here because people are so hungry for content, and content creators are to the point where
they run out of shit to say.
They run out of shit to say.
Or they just say whatever.
It's been so much stuff that's been said because everybody on the internet is a fucking content creator. And so people don't know what the fuck to say anymore. So they just start saying outlandish shit. Yeah. Shit that don't make sense. Believe me, we do not do this on this show.
Nah.
Okay? We
crack up, we say all kind of crazy shit, but we really just being us though. Yeah. It ain't like we trying to do it for the views.
Right.
Obviously.
And shit, you can go look at our track record. We ain't getting the numbers like that anymore.
We say the same shit when the camera's off. Or when it dies.
But you know what?
We say a little worse when the camera off. But anyway.
But you know what? You know what though? And it's gonna be a Stretch Armstrong.
Okay.
Because I know the internet ain't gonna do it, but this is what I wish the internet would do.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of always highlighting these motherfuckers always doing the worst shit, why don't y'all highlight the good niggas who doing shit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't y'all do that?
Well, it's the same thing I was asking last week about why isn't positivity pushed and why is negative? Because negativity gets more attention, more eyeballs. People are just dramatic.
About the music.
They like a car crash, like one of y'all said.
All I hear is y'all talk about these toxic niggas.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what they think is going to get clicks and views.
Yeah.
Again, that's no different from.
Let's get to the people who not in front of a camera or in front of a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about regular people who tweet shit, who make statuses on Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't y'all put the spotlight on the good? I don't want to say good dudes because it's that's a whole nother thing.
On the people that's not being so triggering,
that's doing what's
positive,
right?
Doing the right shit. Because why don't y'all put the spotlight on these people?
Because that's not sexy.
Y'all love to put the spotlight.
It's not sexy.
What y'all fall in love with talking about these niggas?
Mm-hmm. You talk about toxicity, but yet you indulge in toxicity. You like it. You like it.
Well, I'm gonna have to unfollow all y'all motherfuckers because I'm tired of y'all talking about the same niggas.
Yeah.
And keep indulging in the same shit.
Yeah.
Change your life, beloved. Change your life, beloved.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, man. I just see people get on the internet and they just say a bunch of shit.
Find Ayana Azan and put your head on her bosom, as she would say.
I just see a lot of people say a bunch of ignorant ass shit. I see a lot of people, they do stuff for the camera.
Clickbait.
What I'm saying is, I'll see people say these things. They say these good little taglines that they know. Oh, my cutoff game strong, or I do this, I do that. But that's not how they really operate in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never gonna give this bitch another chance. This, that, and the third.
Believe nothing.
And as soon as the camera off,
baby,
why you do that? You know what I'm saying? And then you be sitting up there trying to negotiate.
Half of what you see, none of what you hear.
That's it. And so
it's like you see studs getting pregnant. Don't believe nobody, B. Everybody lying.
Everybody lies, B. Everybody lies, B.
Everybody lying, B. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
He kind of got you with the stud in the pregnancy.
You still with us, man?
Come on, let's finish shit up, bro. Before the camera turned off.
You guys have a good week. This has been Uncultured Roots, episode 63. Thanks for checking in with us.
This the first.
He's speechless.
This is the first time all episode he ain't got nothing to say.
Don't act like you ain't see the trend. How you get pregnant?
Anyway, no man, Philly, let's cut it off. Man. Come on, lead us off, man. Lead us off.
Y'all have a good week. This has been the Uncultured Roots podcast. Y'all have a safe week.
Follow us on all the social media.
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
This motherfucker.
Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell so you
YouTube.
can get the notification when we put out new content.
It don't cost you shit.
It's free. I promise you.
Get with the gang.
Yes, sir.
We ain't our gang. What else? Yeah, that's it.
And be his peace. Peace.
And be her peace. Peace.